As you can see behind me, there's just illegals crossing nonstop. The very sad part about this is many of them bring their pets, or their pets follow them and swim over with them. And then these immigrants get on buses and leave these dogs to fend for themselves. Big Dog Ranch has come down to get them.
That is the CEO of Big Dog Ranch Rescue, Lauree Simmons, describing the harsh and inhumane conditions facing the dogs on the U.S. southern border coming over amidst the America's immigration crisis.
For the past several months, Lauree and her organization have been rescuing dogs abandoned in Eagle Pass, Texas. The dogs are then fed and cared for medically and then later placed up for adoption. Lauree's with us now. Thanks so much for coming on. You know, we've got a lot of animal lovers who are tuning in right now and thinking, thank goodness you're there to offer an assistance for these pets that are probably going through a very uncertain and scary time. Tell me about what you experience when you come into contact with these dogs at the border.
It's just so sad to see them suffering, starving, just waiting on these people to come back and get them, who've abandoned them down at the border. And, you know, we're very thankful that the National Guard has been trying to keep them alive and feed them. A friend of mine that was down there doing a border cleanup had the National Guard reach out to him and say, do you know anybody that could come help these animals left behind? And Big Dog Ranch Rescue is the largest no-kill rescue in the country, and we're used to doing a lot of disaster response. So we got down there and we did not realize just how big we were planning on. Maybe there was 20, 30 dogs down there. There are hundreds, and they're just left to fend for themselves, getting pregnant, getting sick, full of fleas and ticks. It's just so sad that, you know, this administration has caused this problem, and at a time when shelters throughout the country are experiencing a 60% in owner surrenders and people giving up their dogs because of inflation and the bad policies that are going on in the White House with causing this inflation. And it's just sad that dogs are suffering. Instead of 2 million that are normally euthanized for space or in shelters throughout the country a year that don't get out, we're estimating this year the number is going to be closer to 10 million.
Yeah.
And all of this is caused by bad policies and the current administration.
It is sad to even think about that. And dogs have faced these challenging times because of owners or lack of owners. Obviously, there are adoption centers, but not many people step up, and maybe they can't afford it. It is expensive. Medical is expensive for a dog. I was a dog owner for 13 years, and you do pay a lot. You sacrifice a lot of your own personal wants and needs to help your pet. You love them. Final question for you, though. You're bringing up a topic that maybe we don't hear about. We hear about the border crossings by migrants coming over legally, but we don't hear about dogs coming over. Maybe some final thoughts on that and what you are seeing, and maybe how many dogs you're encountering and what you actually have to go through to help these pets come over.
Well, we were so full. Our transport bus and we had a donated plane were both full in the first 2 days. So we're going back the first of the year down to some other areas, back to Eagle Pass, Del Rio, also to Laredo. And we've been made aware of many other areas where dogs have been abandoned when these people just leave them behind. And these dogs all need homes. They all need care. They all need medical. Cost a lot to do what we do. And if you're looking for a dog, please, please go to our website, BDRR.org, apply to adopt. If you can't adopt, help us save more by donating, and be a great Christmas gift for these dogs to get them out of harm's way. And again, our website is BDRR.org.
All right, so not on your screen. That's incorrect, everyone. Don't write that down. It's .org, BDRR.org. Make sure we get that right there for Big Dog Ranch Rescue. There's the correct one right there on your screen. Very important in what you're doing. Also, you can donate as well. So visit that. You'll find out all the ways you can. Lauree Simmons joining us live. We appreciate everything you're doing for those dogs out there. Thank you.
Thank you so much for bringing this to light, and thank you so much for helping our dogs.